Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is my first voiceover video, so please bear with me. I'll probably muck it up again. So today, instead of a train simulator classic video, we are going to be playing SimSig, which is a simulated signaling game. So as you can see in the background, timetable things popped up. I'm going through the timetable of what kind of comes through at what times. You can see at the moment we're at Aberdeen. So this one that I bought is Aberdeen to Dunblane with Perth, Dundee to Ladybank on it as well. So you get quite a good amount. So I'll run through bits and bobs, but I will go quiet every now and then and put some music in the background because I do need to get sounds for the game. But I've kind of just wanted to rush out a quick first look kind of video for myself and see what you guys think if you'd like to see more of this. So at the moment, as you can see here, is we're going through the timetable, as I said. So, yep, there we go. There's Aberdeen. The scenario was based in 2006. So as you can see, we've just had, I've popped that up again, we just had 5T08 pop up in the Clay Hills siding, so we'll take that down into the reverse siding to take it into platform, I believe it was 3, I've forgotten again. So, and then I'll run through it a bit more in a minute. So, I'd say this game is very good. The game is free itself, it's the simulated bits of the signaling. So this bit here, like Aberdeen, that cost me 22 quid. For the Aberdeen to Dunblane, but with Ladybank, Perth and Dundee and all that. So we've started at 5 o'clock, well, 20 past 5 in the morning. So it's really quiet at the moment, as you'll notice, but as time goes on, I mean, it gets so busy. In my next episode, it gets to about 6:45 and I'm constantly moving about and it's hectic. Anyway, I think I'll put a bit of music on now and I will jump in when I've next got something to say and explain a bit more about it. So to the left of the screen, I've just popped up the timetable of 5 Tango 08, which is the train's timetable of when it's meant to be somewhere at what time. So as you can see, I've just come off of it. I'm just about to set the route, as you can see, into platform 3. That's the white line that's just showed up into the orange kind of bit of the station. So back on here, as you can see, that it's now I'm looking at the actual service. It's going to run as 1 Tango 08 down to I think it's Dunblane. Wow, it's a Glasgow Queen Street service, but it only goes as far as Dunblane on here. So yeah, I'll wait now till I've got something else to explain. So now about the pop-up in the middle of the screen is this lets you slow down and speed up the time because it's quite a quiet period of time, as I said. So I'm currently just letting time go by until something pops up that I need to start moving about. So I've sped up the time to as fast as I can. So as you can see at the top left, time is absolutely flying by. So I'm just kind of waiting for something to start popping up in a second, just so I can go and move that about. It's really quiet this time. So yeah, I'll wait till something pops up. So as you can see, the red line has slowly moved into the platform now. It's still moving slowly, it's probably about 15 mile per hour now. So I'm now just going to check for the head code and time of departure just so I can remember, although I've got terrible memory. So I'm just going to have a quick look down the map yet again. Don't know why I'll keep doing this. So, yep, double checking because I've already forgotten the head code it's going to be in a minute. So now, as you can see, I've clicked on the head code, right click, and I'm going to change it to 1 Tango 08, and then I'll click on it again now, and it'll show the timetable to Glasgow Queen Street at 35 minutes past 6. So in about an hour time, it would depart from Glasgow Queen Street, Aberdeen, platform 3, and head down to Dunblane. So now I'm going to go down here because I think, yes, I've just had one Alpha 25, which is the Caledonian Sleeper to Aberdeen, just coming through Ladybank section. So I'm now going to set the whole route to Dundee, as you can see I'm doing at the bottom there. I'm now going to check the timetable to see which platform it goes into at Dundee, just so I know I get it right. So as you can see, I'm now setting the route through Lukers and then up to the Tay Bridge. Yep, so I've only put it as far as the end of the Tay Bridge just in case something moves in front of it, which I don't think anything did, but I was just making sure in case something came in front of it. Even though because it's on one head code, it would actually have most priority anyway. So as you can see, I'm going to speed up time again, just because it's now back to being a bit boring again. So yeah, I'll see you in a couple seconds or minutes. Then the second I've gone and done that, the phone starts going, as you can see at the left of the screen, the phone icon starts flashing. That's telling me that train in Clay Hills Oh no, sorry, it was actually a 5 Tango 08 moaning because it's sitting in the same place. As usual. That's the one annoying bit, is they'll keep phoning you. Anyway, back to speeding time up. As you can see here, I'm actually going to head over to Dundee because this is where I'm going to spend a lot of time, I can already tell. I'm going to put a sticky note on the screen for 1 Tango 08, departure at 06:35 Aberdeen, just so when I'm going back and forth I'll remember it, because it does get quite busy about 6 o'clock with stuff coming in and out. This is just because of my bad memory. Because this bit's actually quite boring as I'm sitting doing nothing, I'm going to cut it out again so I'm not using the song over and over and over. So yeah, I'll see you in a couple seconds, just so I'm not waiting about again. So after cutting up, I think it was a minute or two out, I speed the time up yet again, but the second I do that, the phone starts ringing straight away, so I instantly slow the time back down, and it's because there's a driver at Perth wanting to come out of the car sightings, which was, what was it, 5 November 84, I think. I can't really read it off of my phone screen. So yeah, I was just telling him, yes, you can, that's perfectly fine. So if we just wait for about a minute, it should then pop back out that he's now in the siding bit and ready to come out. So that's me now actually putting 1 Alpha 25 into platform 4 at Dundee as well, just because I realised nothing's actually going to show up out of nowhere for the next wee while. So I put that back into platform 4 at Dundee. So about now is when 5 November 84 should show up in that middle kind of line between platforms 3 and 4. Well, not the middle one, the kind of one that goes into a. I don't know how to explain it. Yep, there it is. 5 November 46, sorry, it's 5 November 46. My bad. It's quite hard to read off my phone screen, as the writing at the top is quite small. So it wanted to go into platform 4, so that's where I'm going to route it into now. And as you can see, that's a Queen Street service later on at 11 minutes past 6. So I'm going to route that in there, and then once it's in there, I will change the head code to 2 November 46. And then kind of forget about it, and then I end up, I think it's in the next episode, I kind of forget about it and it leaves a couple minutes late because I got quite busy with other stuff. So as you can see, 5 Alpha 49 or 8, I think it is, I can't remember, has now just showed up at Ladybank as well. This is an empty stock Voyager move to, oh no, sorry, that would be 5 Mike 43 even. Yes, that's an empty stock Voyager move for cross country to Dundee, which would later on leave at 20 to 7, I believe, from platform 1 at Dundee. So I'm just going to pass up behind 1 Alpha 25, which is the Caledonian Sleeper. Yes, I will put some music back on just now. So just headed back over to Perth. I'm now going to check the timetable of that ECS into platform 4 at Perth, and it's now arrived, so I can change the head code, which I do here, into 2 November 46. So that's now ready for departure in about half an hour roughly. So that's all ready, so I'll come back over to 5 Mike 43, and now it's got a bit more room, so I will pass it even closer behind 1 Alpha 25. Yep, that's about it now, again. So back at Dundee, I'm going to make another sticky note because I will forget. I haven't actually got that far in the scenario, or if I have, I've forgotten. I make another sticky note of 2N46, the departure at 11 minutes past 6 at Perth. Actually, no, yes, I have departed that one, and that's the one I was on about that was late, because I forgot about it, even though I made a sticky note. Oops. Yeah, no surprise there. So still kind of waiting about at the moment. It does get quiet and then you get busy spells. I believe we're still currently waiting on 1 Sierra 03 to arrive in from Dunblane area. And then it takes me quite a while to notice that the phone is ringing. That's why I want to download the sounds. That there's a train wanting to come out of Clay Hills, which I believe was 5 Hotel 23, I think. Yes, that's right. So now waiting for that to pop out from up at Clay Hills, just above Aberdeen. I'm still currently down in Dundee though, so I should go up in a minute to set its route into, I think it's Ferry Hill TMD siding kind of bit of line. Yep, so that's me now heading up to Aberdeen now to wait a couple minutes, well, seconds now, I think, because yeah, they phoned me at 20 seconds past 50 minutes. It's a mouthful, I know, I'm probably saying it the wrong way anyway. So still got a bit more time to wait, so I'm just double checking on 5 Mike 43 and 1 Alpha 25, but they're all fine at the moment. And then there we go. There's 5 Hotel 23. I'm now pathing that down into Ferry Hill. As you can see, it'll turn ends there, so I will now path it into platform 6S, as that's where it's wanting to go. So that's now path, and I will now check the head code, which I think is 1 Hotel 23 to Inverness. Is it Inverness? Yes, it is Inverness, I think. I think it leaves at 6:35 or something. There's a phone going again, which is, I believe, for something. Nope, that was 5 Tango 08 yet again, phoning me to say it's still sitting at the buffers at platform 3. Yes, I know, and you can stay there for another 15 minutes. Well, it's actually longer than that. It's about 45 minutes roughly. He had sit there, even though he kept phoning me every 15 minutes. Now, I'm not too sure if you guys are actually enjoying this so far, so if you could let me know down in the comments if you're kind of enjoying this kind of video type where I speak and then there's a bit of music and then I'll speak again. I thought it'd be a bit different for this kind of game, also because it would be quite hard to like put like writing over the screen to try explain everything. It'll probably just take up half the screen anyway, so I thought it'd be better just to do a voiceover and explain all of it. So as you can see, we're still currently waiting for 1 Alpha 25 to arrive into Dundee with 5 Mike 43 right up behind him. So I do think the Caledonian Sleeper was running about 9 minutes early. As you can see there, the Dunblane has just requested a slot to green loaning. So this is 1 Sierra 03 coming through into green loaning. So you'll see just now that I've given permission and I'm just waiting for 1 Sierra 03 to pop in. Where the blue dot is at the top left of the screen on the, well, I've moved along anyway. Checking, yeah, 1 Alpha 25's just gone into the platform 4 at Dundee. Well, the head code has, not the actual train. I believe we do have an empty coming out of the depot at Dundee shortly. In the next 4 minutes, I think I'll get a phone call about it. Yep, so as you can see, I now move 5 Mike 43 signal a bit further, and 1 Sierra 03 has now entered the green loaning kind of section, so I'm going to clear it through to Blackford. This is where it gets a bit more complicating, because there's a signal. I don't actually know what 1 Sierra 03 was. It passes everything, and it goes up to a siding in Aberdeen, so I don't know what it was. It probably wasn't a passenger service. But as I was saying at Blackford, there's a crossing that I've got to put down just before the train gets there so I can clear the signal in front of it. So it does, when it gets really busy, you're constantly flying back between loads of crossings because there's 4 outside of Dundee, and then you got another 2 in Perth direction, and then you got a couple down near Blackford and Green Loaning and Glen Eagles. Back up to Aberdeen, I now path 5 Hotel 23 into Aberdeen Platform 6. So, heading back down here, because 1 Alpha 25 is now in Platform 4, I've pathed 5 Mike 43 into Platform 1 at Dundee, which is where it will terminate and become 1 Mike 43 back down to, I think it's Edinburgh Waverley or something like that. So, still waiting for 1 Sierra 03 to actually be at green loaning. So, there's the phone. That'll be, what's that for? I think that might be something at Perth. It does take me a minute to notice that it's ringing though. This is why I need the sound effects. Nope. That would be 6B02 at Dundee requesting permission to come into, I think it's platform 3 or something like that. So I've given him permission to leave the sidings so I can now control him. So just got to wait a minute after that phone call so I can actually control him. As you can see in the box above, I've just got a notification in blue to say that 5 Bravo 02 has just left the siding, so I can now control it and put it down into the reverse siding at Dundee, so I can then put it into platform 3. Yeah, it's quite a mouthful. We've actually just hit 6 AM as well, so we will get, I think there's another ECS move out of Dundee in about 8 minutes time. I think, if I remember correctly, I think there's also maybe a Perth one at the same time. I can't remember. Quick jump there. I had to go and do something. So, That's why I paused the recording and game, so it might look a bit weird in the recording. So yeah. So what am I doing now? I am checking the sleeper again for when it's meant to depart. I have now. I think I cleared it a while back actually through to I think it's Barry Links or something like that. I can't remember which stations after Dundee. That's the ECS that's just gone down into the siding there. That is, yeah, it's going into platform 3. So I keep checking it because I'm waiting to see if it's moving, because on the timetable it actually shows the speed it's moving. So I was just waiting for it to stop. But it takes quite a while for these things to move about because it's crawling at 5 mile per hour. So yeah, it's a bit annoying. It's a bit annoying that I keep checking and it keeps flashing up on screen. Sorry if that's annoying anybody. It's now annoying me. Yeah, that's because I've got to watch it all over again. As you can see, 1 Sierra 03 is now down near Blackford, so I'm, as you can see, lowering the crossing. So I'm now going to have to wait till the barriers are lowered and I can clear the signal to clear the path through and over the crossing, so 1 Sierra 03 can pass. And if I don't, I will be shouted at by the driver of 1 Sierra 03 because he'll phone me and say he's standing at a red signal, and I'll be like, why? And then I'll realise I haven't cleared the crossing. My bad. As you can see, we've also just had 5 Alpha 41, which is another ECS for cross country Voyager to Dundee, which then later goes to, I think it's Aberdeen. So I'm just clearing that behind 5 Mike 43, I think it is, if I remember correctly. As you can see, it's hit 6 o'clock and it is now starting to get quite a bit busier with things moving. A lot of ECS at the moment because it's still early in the morning. So, what's now? Yeah, so back up to Dundee to. I think we're currently waiting on 5 Mike 43 to get into platform 1, so I can put 5 Bravo 02 into platform 3. This later forms I think it's an Edinburgh service. So it goes back down to Ladybank, which is the easiest bit to pass. It's literally just clear it all the way down to Ladybank. Done. I've also just had to put the crossing down just outside of Dundee because 1 Alpha 25 has left early again. So I'm just putting that down and cleared it, and I've now put the path through to Broughty Ferry. So that's now cleared to Broughty Ferry and already passed the crossing. I think it did anyway. That's now. Yeah, I'm just changing the signals at Aberdeen to quickly double check. Now double checking times to make sure I've got it all right. But I've still got about 20 minutes till one hotel. Was it one? Yeah, one hotel 23 departs Aberdeen for Inverness. So yeah, that's 5 Mike 43 now arriving into the platform. So in a minute I can pass 5 Bravo 02 into platform 3 in a second. Just currently waiting for him to get into the platform. It might take him a while because he'll have to slow down too. I think the line speed there is about 25 and then 15 on the platform. I can't really remember. I've never been to Dundee. Well, I've been to Dundee once, but I've never done spotting around there, and I don't really know much about that part of the line. I'm quite good for the Fife Circle. I know quite a bit about that line, but this is all kind of new to me. I've been to Perth quite a bit. Quite a good station I'd like to spot there. I don't know if you can hear that vibrating of my phone. That is to say, I've just got a notification for the Northern Lights, and it's currently, at the time of talking, it's probably about midnight now. Yeah. So just raised the barriers at Blackford level crossing as 1 Sierra 03 has cleared. So now that 5 Mike 43 is in platform 1, I've now cleared 5 Bravo 02 into platform 3. This really does get a mouthful after a while. Now I've got to lower Broughty Ferry crossing because what is it? 1 Alpha 25 is now approaching there, so I've got to lower it and clear it so it can get through. It really does come quite confusing when you've got quite a bit happening at once. This still isn't the busiest it gets. Anyway, I will put a bit of music back on for a bit longer. But here, as you can see, I'm now changing 5 mic 43. Oh, now the phone's going again. That is to tell me that, what is it? Yeah, it's just that 5 Hotel 23 is saying a red signal, so I've told it to wait. Yeah, so I'm gonna change 5 mic 43 to 2 mic 43, I think it is. Or is it 1 mic? I think it's 1 mic 43. Yeah, it's 1 mic 43. And then, yep, that's going down to Ladybank afterwards at 27, so in about 35 minutes roughly. And now that's the CS wanting to come out of Dundee, which I think is 5 Bravo 09, which goes up to Carnoustie to form a Carnoustie to, I think it's either Edinburgh or Glasgow Queen Street afterwards. So I'm now about to path 1 Sierra 03 into Perth platform 2 so it can get over to Dundee. I don't think I do that for a wee while yet. Although we are coming to the end of the video as I end it about 40 minutes of playing, although this video will be about 40 minutes roughly. Although I think I played for about an hour, but sped up so much time it doesn't feel like that at all. So what's happening at Dundee here? This is the train list to show what trains are currently on the map and what are moving and what are sitting where and all that lovely stuff. And good as well. It's very helpful actually to find out where's what, because some trains will actually disappear and become a train in berth, but it will just be a dash 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 on the map and you don't know what it is, but it's quite easy. I think I'm now pathing out. That'll be 2 November 46. Well, I'm pathing some of it out anyway, just so it's kind of ready for when it is ready to go. Anyway, I think it's probably, yeah, well, I'm gonna change the head code on 5 Bravo 02 quickly to 1 Bravo 02, which is, I think that is about it. I think I'm gonna lower the crossing at Barry Link, and the phone starts going again. I think that is, 5 Tango 8 to phone me again, it's still sitting there. Phone me back on 15 again. Anyway, Carnoustie is 5 Bravo 09, so I'll go through platform 4 up to Carnoustie. Get quite hectic as well with a Voyager right behind that in a minute. Well, in about an hour, roughly, I think. So I've cleared the crossing at Barry Links and cleared it to just outside of, I think it's Gulf Street is past now. But, I think that's really about it for this episode now. I'm not too sure what else there is to do before I do end it, because we've got about a minute left now. What are we doing here? I'm kind of moving about. I'm not sure. I don't think I knew what I was doing. I think I'm just checking trains' departure times. Because I think in the next video I've added a few more sticky notes just so I know what was what, even though I end up not really paying attention to them anyway, as usual. Yeah, it's kind of quiet at the moment. It's kind of, everything's just kind of sitting about doing nothing. There we go, pause the time. So, this is where I'm going to end the video. I really hope you've all enjoyed this video. I've really enjoyed playing this game for the first hour kind of time. Just a bit under, it's about 45 minutes. I really hope you've all enjoyed it. Please let me know below, because I do have another episode out, and if you'd like to see more, I'd love to make more. So, yeah, I can't wait to hear your feedback, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.